The star of today's movie is the British brown Bess land pattern musket. So we'll observe that the flint is held in place with a leather or lead in this case pad, a lockdown screw. As we look under the frizzen cover, you see the pan and the frizzen. The flint strikes the frizzen, directing the sparks into the pan, which is filled with a small amount of priming powder. As we look further into the pan, we see the touch hole, which is drilled into the rear of the receiver. The spark from the pan is transmitted through the touch hole to the primary charge within the barrel behind the patch and the ball. Sometimes the pan fire fails to ignite and you get a marvellous flash in the pan, but no bang, hence the expression flash in the pan. As with most of the early firelocks, it has a half cock, which in effect is a safety, and the mechanism will not fire. When firing, after the powder is put in, the musket is returned to full lock, the pan and frizzen are closed, and the mechanism is fired, which produces a flash of sparks into the pan. The sighting arrangement is quite primitive, and in fact there is no rear sight. Rather, like a shotgun, you fire along the barrel line to the bead at the tip. We need a bit of kit for this. Obviously we need the powder, we need the priming powder, always handy to have the sergeant's tool, balls, powder measure, short starter, knocker, very useful for getting the ball seated, and a rest attached to the bench to hold it. I also use a gauge on the ramrod to indicate when the chamber is empty and the firearm is safe, as well as keeping the firearm on half cock until we're ready to fire it. Always load from a charging measure, never from the powder horn. The spark can take the powder horn, and it's a fine line between having a powder horn and a hand grenade. Put a charge in first, followed by a patch and a .73 2-inch ball. Patch in, ball on patch, persuasion to the top. Sometimes needs a little persuasion, and the short starter. Higher tolerances, fouling is less of a problem. And once again, with the charge in, we have a gap between the green safety indicator and the top. The musket is charged. Musket on. again, loading in the powder horn is not a good idea. Charge the powder measure, 75 grains of powder. Tap in. Patch and ball. Trying to keep the swage mark on the top as we rotate it in. I think we'll need the short starter for this one. Ball firmly seated on the charge. Patch came out. Priming powder. File up to the line. Prime the pan. Close the pan. Back to full cock. And shots down to half cock. Swap the barrel. Place ramming tip, which is also a cleaning jag. Powder into a measure. Always want full measure. Patch and ball. And close, prison still ready. Back to full lock. Definitely hit the target. I don't think I hit the actual target part of the target though.